Diamonds round my throat. And when you come in front and lose, you want it. Oh, smoking, Joe. Cause I need it. I mean, when I came and found out what you saying, you better. Mm-mm.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A run for Nick Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Jameis to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Here we go. 20. Gun.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Newton. He's got his running back, Darius Geis.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Gun. Slam. Eddie! So Mike's number one. I get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script. And right now, they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that. But you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Great. So Mike's number one. Watch the out.
Newton now to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Ready? 180. 2. Check.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Ready? 8. One's the mic. Watch one. All day, baby, all day.
Running with a fullback, Alex Arma. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
He's not going to get me. Shoot. Gun.
And Newton's going to keep it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Newton takes it himself. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's second down. On second and goal. Newton, blitz coming, and down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
A 9-yard loss brings up third and goal. That's the end of the first quarter.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they'll see what they can do on third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Out of the gun, Newton. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Johnson was the intended receiver. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Brian Burns, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Third and long for Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
20.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Gun. Hey! Check 50. Kill.
To throw again on second down. Newton. That's
Oh, my God!
Side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, an even 90 yards as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
First down, Tampa
Ready.
Bay.
Black, what is that?
You got the banana?
Play fake. Winston. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing on second and long. Winston is going to float this over into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They start on the ground with Geis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
At their 49-yard line.
On 2nd and 9. Newton eluding the pressure. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Winston.
My God, bro.
And he goes down.
The fuck?
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Come on. Undercut. Sonic. 55, my God, 55. And even. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's
Close,
down
I didn't put
inside
that
the
shit up,
5-yard
though.
line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Fucking A, bro. This game is, oh my God, so stupid.
11 yards
Fuck,
there,
man.
first down.
Oh my God.
Mike. Let's get it. Gun. Rack. Deuce.
Play action. It's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Panthers take over first and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. Something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And again, it's Chubb.
Fuck ass nigga. Let's go.
They'll get this well past midfield before
Push
being
ass nigga
stopped
finally
just
caught that fuck
before
nigga
the
one-on-one.
35. 22 yards there,
smoke,
a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. There he goes right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. Have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
55, come on. Double. 36. Watch the end. Switch.
From the 36, Winston. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen.
How are you getting caught and I'm running after catch?
It's unbelievable.
I'm not understanding, bro, what's wrong with this puss-ass game.
It's not necessarily
that don't make no
just
sense,
took off
man.
You guys figure it out.
The
When he
fuck?
takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3.
Look at
This
this
is going to
shit,
be
man.
intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And he slides to avoid the hit. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Gun. 58, come on. 58.
On third down, Newton. He's going to let this one go deep.
Are you?
And
I was about to say,
lined
man,
up
stop playing with me,
incomplete.
bitch.
Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there.
You cannot be fucking serious.
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Oh, my God.
Wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe when you look at some safe. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Well, it was the big run that got them down into position, and then they finish it off one play later with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, and they've got them really thinking to themselves, after that big run, they're probably going to come back and hit us again with the same thing or something similar. Instead, they go to the air, and it's a touchdown that way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Check, check. Lucky.
Shift. Watch the shift. Big Ed.
Let's convert.
To try again after the sack. Winston. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
What the fuck is wrong with Jameis Winston, man?
Brian Burns Burns able to drop it that time for his second sack of the evening. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. It's our time. It's our time.
Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50. Green, triple team. Let's go now.
To throw, Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Wait. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. No.
Now Winston escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. Then he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. He's going to look deep down. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it. But
he's into the clear. The 40, 20, 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but They haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Here we go. Right 88.
Mike 58, right there.
Gun. What is it?
Newton's going to throw it. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
He's checking.
Hey!
On first and 10, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 15. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. They run it again with Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Bucs on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check 5 on the 50.
Mike is 59. Mike, echo. Switch up. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Hey, 5-0.
Check out route.
One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out.